All right, today I'm going to address one of my frequently asked questions, and that is, how do I get free online digital art and resize it so that it fits our TV, specifically the frame TV, but this should work if you have any kind of photo displaying TV. So I'm going to show you quickly how I do that. Okay, so first I'll share with you a really good place if you're wanting a collection of free art that's easy to sort through. So if you go to welleducatedheart.com, I love the work they're doing here, but they have this fine art tab and you can click on Simple Joy Art. And they have these categories of family, nature, and nation. So let's look at nature today. I'll take you down to the birds. Let's look at some of these photos. So what you're going to be looking for first is orientation. So if you're going to be displaying on a TV, vertical orientation is not going to work well. So I'm going to look for a horizontal image. This one looks great. It's horizontal. I can tell it's kind of filling the screen or this spot, so I know it's going to be larger in size for pixels. And this is where you can click to find where the actual image is stored. Now, this Simple Joy Art website is actually curating and finding their own art on Wikimedia Commons, and that's at commonswikimedia.org. This is all free art for you to look at and find and download, and it's just a treasure trove. But I like to go to Simple Joy Art because they've kind of curated this collection and I can find really clean. I don't have to sort through a lot of pictures I don't want to see. They have great variety, so I really like to look on here if I'm trying to find art quickly. So what I like about this image, I can see down here below they have several resolutions to choose from. And for a TV, you're definitely going to want one that is bigger in pixels. So this one is about 3,700 pixels wide, which is excellent. Even the 2,500, I would say I've downloaded and used, and it looks great. Possibly even this 1,200. It wouldn't be as sharp, but you could still put it on your TV and it would look okay. But this higher pixel numbers is a really good thing to see. And then something else that I'm looking for is a lot of times these images, let me see if I can find one. Okay, here's a really great example. So this one you can see is very wide and not as tall, which is very much like a TV. So I know that I'm not going to have to crop hardly any, if anything at all, to get this to fit the exact dimensions of a TV. So that looks really good. And then, okay, so I click on it and it's 2,000 pixels wide. I actually have this one on the TV and it looks great. So I pulled up some other ones that are good examples here. We already saw that one. This one's really appealing. It's almost 6,000 pixels wide. I think this one would look great. Here's another one that's over 6,000 pixels wide. And again, I like here that there's plenty of headspace in these clouds for me to play with. And I know that if I have to crop this, I'm not going to lose a whole lot of the image that's necessary to display the whole picture. So here's another great one. I know I could take off some off the top and off the bottom and crop it so it would look good on the TV. This is another great one, this feeding time. I actually have it on my TV and it looks great. So let me show you, let's do this one. I want to crop this one and get it on my TV. So it's almost 6,000 pixels wide. I'm going to use that highest resolution. I click on that number and it pulls up the image. And then you just right click and save as, save that right to your computer, and then you're ready to pull this into your photo editing program of choice. Okay, my photo editing software of choice is Adobe Photoshop Elements. It's kind of a dumbed down version of the full Photoshop. I love this program. This is where I make all my blog graphics, YouTube thumbnails. I just love what it's able to do and how simple it is to use. You can also use something like Canva, the free version I think you could do this with, or anything else that crops and resizes your images. I'm just going to show you how I do it in here, but the concept is going to be just the same anywhere. So I'm going to first create a file. I've got my image in here, but I want my file size, and this is pretty important, to be 3840 pixels wide, and the height will be 2160. You want the resolution at 300 or as big as your software will allow you to get. You just want this file that you're creating to be as big as possible. And these pixel measurements are the exact measurements that you need for the Frame TV, at least. I don't know about other TVs, but you can see here it's nice and long. And then I'm just going to drag my image that I want to recrop for the Frame TV, and it's loading. Okay, so I can see right away that I have some white space on the edges, and you don't want that, so I'm going to drag the image until I get it to those corners. All right, and then I'm gonna check out my cropping. Now I can move it up a little bit so I get all of this spilled wagon bit, or I can move it down so I can see the top of this house, or just somewhere in between. But because this was a horizontal orientation and really high pixels, I'm really not losing a whole lot on this image. So once it is resized for the TV pixels, I'm just going to save it, and then I'll show you what it looks like once you get it onto the app. Okay, now I'm on my phone, and I'm actually in Google Drive, where I have saved the image on my computer, and then I can open it up on my phone. So now I just need to save this image directly to my phone. So it is in the images. So that's exporting out of Google Drive onto my phone. Now I am able to open up the Smart Things app, which is where the Samsung Frame TV has their capabilities for you to manage your TV right off your phone. Okay, right here you can see add photos or create a collage. You click there, and then you can see the photo that you just uploaded. And then you can choose to create a matte. I actually like to do no matte. And then it's saving that image without a matte. And then I can choose right here on my phone to set that image right on the Frame TV. And just like that, I have access to free art that I can resize and display on my Frame TV with plenty of options to choose from. It's really fun to have the kids flip through each day and pick one that they like. All right, I hope that was helpful, and I hope you get excited about finding some free online art and getting it displayed in your home on your TV. We really love to do that. So thanks for joining me for this Tuesday Tidbits, and be sure you're subscribed to my channel and my newsletter so that I can send you more inspiration for the keeper of the home.